Yeah. It's a big game. Who you know that got it behind the scenes like behind the O-line soon as the QB say hype. It's big game, big game. Analysis from the player's point of view. Injuries, big trades.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Big Game Sports Buzz, where the sports fanatic and the pro athlete get together and talk about sports and everything else involved with it. I am Jay Stocks, Buff Nerd. Let's go. And of course, I am joined by the man, the myth, the legend, the reason why we're here, the reason why we even have the show called what it's called, Big Game James. What up, guy? What's going on?
What up, hey Jay? I know you don't want to say it, but I know you're digging the cap. I know you loving this obnoxiously big Jolly Roger in the middle of my head. Yes, sir.
Huge. Like it's more Jolly Roger than a hat. Like I can't even call it a hat. It's more Jolly Roger. You have a Jolly Roger on your head.
Yeah, I do.
So you know,
hey, at least you can see my logo. Unlike you, your star is blended in with your hat. Kind of how y'all gonna do tonight on the field. Y'all gonna be hiding in the trenches.
Don't worry, man. The star always shines bright. The star always shines bright. You know what I'm saying?
The light shines on the dog's ass every now and then too. But hey,
you better hope it doesn't, because if that's the case, y'all going down.
I'm glad you admitted that, though. I'm glad you finally admitted it. You're right.
Listen, Big Game, as we know, I am a sports fan. I'm a fanatic. I love my boys, but I'm also a football fan. I'm an optimistic realist. I hope for the best, but I understand the crap that we're in right now. So it's what it is. So I'm here for that. I'm a root for my boys to the end, but yeah, it is what it is, man. But hey, before we dive into anything, make sure that I do the housekeeping. Folks, make sure that you comment. We love reading your comments and we will respond. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and smash that bell so you know when Big Game Sports Buzz and Big Game Entertainment shows will be on. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're at 852, but look, we need 1,000 subscribers. So talk to somebody, tell somebody about how great this show is and how you get a chance and opportunity to talk to, of course, pro athletes about your opinions, because we love telling you when you're wrong. Of course, you can always listen to us on Amazon, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts, and wherever you catch your podcasts. So make sure that you do that as well. Tonight, we're going to talk about, we're going to have our 4 downs. Of course, we'll have, oh, hell no, Who You Got, Sunday Night Football edition, and One Gotta Go, which everyone hates, and
not everyone
loves top 5. Just me.
You,
I do. I don't like it.
You're a hater.
I don't like it. Well, it is what it is. And of course, if you like the show, buy us a coffee. Help us grow. www.buymeacoffee.com/BigGameJames. Go in, help the show grow. Again, we have more content that is coming. And of course, you can check the website. We have Big Game Sports Buzz merch that's on there, tumblers, hats, sweatshirts, shirts, all kinds of stuff on there, like he's got right there.
Hey, I'm talking about war, so I got the Army green on. I see you, bro.
Yeah, I see you, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I see you. So, it's time to get at it. And of course, we're going to get down to these 4 downs where it's Pat Bev, joins the Lakers. What is that all about? Francis Tiafoe, how good is he really? And of course, baseball has changed the rules because they have to, because no one watches it. And are the Rams in trouble based on Thursday night's game? Let's get to it. This is 4 downs. Yeah. It's been a minute since we've done this, but it's okay. It's all good. We're getting back into it. The season has started. We're ready to go.
I see you to read my message in the private chat. That's okay, though. It's okay. I asked
is that what it is?
Yeah, it is. I mean, you look at it.
No, I thought we had that already worked out.
All right. Cool.
Okay, but it's all good.
I got you, bro. Yeah.
No, I got you because now we're running full speed ahead. Hey, look, let's get into this thing. So for some odd reason, the Lakers decided to sign Patrick Beverly because they just didn't want to go young, not younger, young. They wanted more controversy. Hey, let's sign a guy who's not going to help us on offense and realistically has passed his defensive prime, and oh, by the way, has an issue with another guy in our locker room.
That's the part. That's the only reason I ever even want to talk about this. I know this isn't brand new news because we just hadn't been on in a while, Jay, but I had to talk about it because two things. According to Patrick Beverly, he's the reason that the Minnesota Timberwolves got to the playoffs last year.
That's what he said.
According to him, he's the reason they got to the playoffs. He's the reason they had the success they had. But he and Russell Westbrook have a known past for hating each other.
Beef.
So how do these guys coexist? And are you really surprised? Are you surprised that LeBron signed off on this and going to deal with what's going to end up being some drama? Like right now, everything is all lovey-dovey, and they're showing pictures of them working out together as far as Bev and Westbrook goes. But as soon as Russell Westbrook take one of them jacked up ass shots, Patrick Beverly going to be the first one to say something. I know he will. How is this going to work in the city of Angeles? Ageless, not angels, ageless.
I don't know if it's ageless. Ageless means, that even though, you're...
Oh, you don't get old. I'm sorry. I picked the wrong word. Yeah. I'm so sorry. Big Game ain't been up on his thesaurus lately. I apologize.
Hey, man, look, they are old, okay? Let's just not, beat around the bush here. I don't understand this. This doesn't make any sense, but this is what Pelinka does. He just does stuff because, and LeBron should never be a GM. He has proven time and time again that he is not a good GM because they can't win. And so because they can't win, this is what they do. So this is not...
Do you think it's LeBron though, bro? Do you think it's really LeBron is the one who said, hey, let's get Pat Bev?
Who else would go out and search out Pat Bev? Who would do that? Who would do that?
Rob Pelinka.
Then he needs to be fired. And I'm a Mavericks fan, but I can say that with all confidence that the Laker fans, the Laker Nation, is looking at this like this makes no sense.
The Lakers they've got no better. I know it's football season, and we're excited to talk about football. Like I said, I had to bring this up because it's in the news. They got no better with this move. I don't think so anyway.
Not at all. Not at all. Again, if you think Pat Bev is going to give you the best defense and you have no offense, and you think Westbrook is going to give you some offense, you're losing. You're losing. So, and Davis, AKA Street Clothes, he's got to be healthy this season, which he probably won't be. So yeah, it's an S show.
Street Clothes Davis is still the best nickname in all the land.
It's Street Clothes, because that brother right there, and I wish him all the best. I really do, because I never want any person not to be able to work. But as a fan, I also want to see the best players on the court, right?
True. Right. Exactly. I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? Because then to me it's tainted. So yeah, this to me it's bad. I feel bad for Laker fans because you're going to have another season of disappointment. And if you think it's any better, then you truly are delusional.
All right. So in a nutshell, we're saying that Patrick Beverly doesn't make the Lakers better.
No.
He got worse, and he's going to add drama to what's already a city full of actors and actresses.
Man, I mean, did we not learn much? I just thought, okay, maybe this is his time to just get on a TV show. Be an analyst at this point, because he's clickbait at its best, right?
Nah,
like him in Perk.
But he wants to play ball though. And he still has some ball left in him. So I'm not surprised that he's playing and not on TV because, yes, he is politicking to get an ESPN basketball analyst job for when he's done or somewhere around the NBA covering basketball, which will suit him because controversy is what keeps things going. Ask Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, he's clickbait, bro.
You know
But look, between him and Perk, oh, man, it's a done deal. Like, who would not want to watch that? Who would not want to watch that?
You don't like Big Kendrick Perkins, man?
Oh, I love Perk. Look, that's what I'm saying, though. I would watch him and Perk and Swagoo on a show together. Like, I would watch that because it would be nothing but straight clickbait. Like, what they talk about, it doesn't even matter. Just the fact that they would be talking, because it's going to be a disagreement. You know what I'm saying? And what they say that comes out of their mouth, yeah, I'm watching that. I'm watching it. So, yeah, I'm down for that. All the way.
Let's keep these chains moving in, bro. P. Bev, the little gremlin to the Lakers. All right. Tell me he don't look like Stripes from Gremlins.
Hey, I'll pray for y'all, man. I understand. Look, second down. Francis Tiafoe. Now I'm sure I'm saying it wrong, but Tiafoe. I think it's Tiafoe.
I thought it was Tiafoe, but
Tiafoe.
I don't do
tennis.
Black French well.
Tennis. Tiafoe. Yeah. Tiafoe. They usually have some, anger behind there, disdain or something like that. But behind how they talk. Tiafoe. That's the French.
But he's American though, man.
Okay, fine. He's American French. Look, is the brother good? I don't know. So here's the deal. He lost.
In the semifinals to who they said
in the semifinals of the U.S.
probably
Open.
The new number one ranked player in the world, though.
That lost. Is he good? Here's the problem. The problem
is I can't see your eyes right now. That's the problem. Okay, go ahead.
I know it's the biggest hat. It's like a sombrero, man. You know what I'm saying? But I like it though, because no sun will ever pervade this.
I know why you really got that hat, Jay. So when you go to a Cowboys game or tailgate, embarrass you.
I don't know why. See your face. I don't know why I said I don't. You led me into that. Good job. You did it. You did it. No, man. Look, with the problem that I see is you have people wanting to crown an American tennis prince or king,
right?
And we haven't had one since Agassi, or McEnroe.
Pete Sampras.
Okay. Okay. I mean, yeah, Pete Sampras. Yeah. He held on as long as he could, but we wanted to crown. Was it Murray?
Yeah,
maybe he's British. Yeah. Anyway, we wanted him to be it. We wanted Blake to be it, but Blake just couldn't hang on and sustain. And so it's like, look, we have to crown somebody. So he's good. He's our American hopeful. And the thing is that the world has been playing tennis and has been good. And when you have Nadal at the end now, Djokovic that's still there, it's Andy Roddick. That's his name, Andy Roddick, because Murray is from England. Andy Roddick, who's gone. Yeah, you want someone that can get in that spot, but you got to win.
Right.
That's the key. You got to win, and you have to sustain the wins. So,
but, I mean,
is he good? I don't know.
I think the whole thing is it's that underdog come up story, because here it is. You got the 20-something ranked player in the world come out and shine and look great, and even that semifinal match, Jay.
Yeah.
To go back and look at how that match was played, the balls he hit, the placement for the other, and I'm saying the other guy because I just don't watch tennis enough to know who the hell he is. So sorry. I'm Big Game James, former professional pro football player.
Yes.
I do the big tennis matches, but I really watch the U.S. Open for watching Serena say goodbye. And next thing you know, Tiafoe's on the scene. Like, whoa, hold on, I got somebody else black to cheer for.
Yeah, true.
And that's kind of what it was, right? But I think at the same time, because like you said, this game has been dominated by everyone but Americans so much in the men's division so much lately, to where it's like, we got an American that got far. All right, we got to cheer for him. He's the next best thing.
Right.
Now, was it luck? A little bit of luck. Is he really that skillful? We'll see when these other tournaments take place and when it comes back around next year. If it was luck or if he really is the next best thing in the USA on the men's side. But I wish you all the luck in the world. And he was exciting to watch. And I love how tennis, they get arrogant enough to start going. He was like, making little faces and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, then talk your talk, boy. I see you playing.
I mean, and tennis has definitely evolved from, a quiet game, very dignified, right, to but it's now in your face, loud, spirited. I would even say spirited because
they moan and groan when they hit the ball, which is kind of funny to me.
Well, that was mainly for like men could do that, but women really weren't. It was frowned upon in the women's game. And of course, Serena changed that. And so now
who's the girl that sounds like a cat when she goes, ooh? I know you're talking about. She hits the ball, goes, ooh.
Oh my gosh, what is her name? I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
I do. I actually do. I cannot remember her name right now, but oh my gosh, it'll come to me. But yeah. But like I said, it was frowned upon. Now, it's okay. There you go. And make sure you go to the website, get your big game tumbler. They're awesome. They're really nice.
We don't really have a website yet. Go to the Bitly. I mean, the link.
Go to the Bitly. Go to that. Go to the link.
Somebody's supposed to have a website down. That's not that.
Let's go to third down, man, because I see how this is going right now, and it's not good. It's not good. So baseball has finally said, hey, you know what? People don't watch it, so let's do some things about that. No one watches baseball anymore. No one watches baseball. I think people would rather watch lacrosse than baseball.
I think some people will watch paint dry.
It dries faster than a game. So
yes.
As we were talking about this is, and we've talked about this before, is baseball still America's national pastime? And I think we can very easily say no.
They like to call it that. And when I say they, I hope I'm not sounding racist, but you know who they are.
Right.
People, historians. They want to hang on to baseball being America's pastime, but so much of the game is made up of people from the Dominican and Puerto Rico and people from Japan starting to come over and play. It still has great American history and roots, but to say that it is full-fledged America's game, nah.
Yeah, I mean, but it's again, they're trying to appeal to a younger audience. The problem is that no one cares. No one cares. They just don't care anymore. And so again, you had to say, okay, well, we've got to change some things. So one of the things they did was they now have a timer on the pitcher, right? Like a shot clock, where the pitcher can't just wait and walk around. And, so now you have basically a timer, a pitch timer count,
count.
I think, well, not just a pitch count, but
a pitch clock. I meant to say, excuse me,
a pitch clock. Yeah, because there is a pitch count, right? But no, you can't. There's a pitch clock on, which I'm down for. The other thing that happened within the past, I would say 4 years or so, was you had the defensive shift, where you'd have your shortstop would move over basically to the right side or the left side of second base based on hitters and how they hit. And this is actually one I disagree with. Where now they're saying there's no more shifts. You can't have a defensive shift that way. I disagree. I think, look, if you're a professional player, you should be able to hit out of the shift, right? You should be able to do that.
Right.
If if that's what you do, that's what you do. It's a chess game. You know, it's kind of like, to me, saying, you know, well, a quarterback can only pass it, you know, on this side of the field on this down.
Right.
Well, no.
Yeah.
You know,
CJ, I feel you on that. What you said makes sense, and it kind of like, that's like a boxer saying like, "Hey, man, I know this dude throws a very good hook, but I'm just gonna protect the body for the body blow, and you leave your face exposed."
Right.
It's like some of the changes, I totally agree with the pitch clock. They need it, because by the time you see a pitcher digging his nose, scratch his armpit, play with his hat, rub his nuts, and then back to pitching the ball again, it's like 2 minutes. Like, dude, let's go throw the ball. I understand that. The shift in the defense, to me, that's a strategy of how you play a batter's tendencies and how they hit the ball when they put it in play in the field. I think that should be allowed. Now, the third change, the increase of the base size. How do you feel about this? Because now, is it going to lead to more people getting on base? And that's what baseball wants. I think they want more runs and more points and more excitement, because no one wants to watch a 4-hour game and it's 1-0 at the end.
Well, I mean, but I think the other part too is it's thrilling to see if a pitcher can go, you know, or your defense can play well, but especially if your pitcher is striking people out, that's thrilling as well.
Okay.
So that part, you know, with the bigger bases, you know, I think it's more of, you know, people turning their ankles. I don't know, you know, you get a little bit more advantage as well when you're throwing them out, throwing out a base runner. So I'm like, okay, like that doesn't really concern me as much as far as is what it was. I was actually looking for the ghost runner deal that they had, that I'm just like, this is so dumb. Like,
I missed the ghost runner memo. Please explain this to me so I can laugh, because I feel a big chuckle coming on out of the big voice of Big Game.
So what they did was basically, if you hit, it's a certain inning, and if you hit, and please, if I'm saying this wrong or incorrect, but
comment, let us know.
But yeah, comment, let us know. But basically, the deal was you would start out, and it's extra innings. You would start out with the ghost runner on second. And so if the batter reached second base safely, then you would have a run score. And like that would be
they were trying to be as dumb as they could.
It's dumb. So I don't think that went all the way through, but it's just stupid. So some of the rules I'm for.
Yeah, I'm with you. Some good changes in the right direction.
Yeah.
My whole thing is speed the game up. You know, hell, even drop it down to, who plays 9 innings? Why do you do anything with an odd number? Go to even. Go to 8 innings. It's just weird, man. Baseball's weird, dog. Hey, all my baseball playing friends, I love y'all, respect y'all, but you know, baseball and soccer be on some different stuff
sometimes. Extra time. Now there's some different rules there, which it seems straightforward, but then it's not.
Jay, you want
I like
funny?
What's up?
Something funny is when I had to help coach soccer. Now, that was funny.
I wish I could see video of that.
I learned more from my kids than they learn from me. That's for sure.
Video I would love to see, but you know what? That's the life of a coach. That's the life of a coach. Sometimes
fill
you
in and help where you can.
Fill in and help where you can. So I'm with that, man. I'm with that. So let's move on to that fourth down. And as we talked about, the Rams got their butts whooped. Like, taken to the shed and whooped. Jalen Ramsey actually stated after the game and post game, you know, how do you feel? They asked him, how do you feel about the game? He said, straight up, we got beat. We just got beat. Yes, true. Especially him. And I think now we're not saying that he's not good, but he's not what he either once was or the hype is saying. Like, okay, what did you get from that game, Big Game?
I'm not gonna say Jalen Ramsey is overhyped, but I think he just got exposed. And he had some exposable games back in the day in Jacksonville as well. To where when he got traded to the Rams and then the extension, I was like, I don't know if I would have been in a real hurry to do that. He's had some holes in his game to where I don't know if he's as good as everyone thinks. Now, do I think that he's a hell of a player? I do. But we all know an aggressive DB is easy to be exposed. Look at your boy Diggs, right?
Yes.
Like, he was feast or famine. He had 10 picks last year, but he also got torched a bunch of times. That's the life of an aggressive defensive back. So the thing to me is the memes that start going around, like when they showed the piece of toast at the press conference, dog, that was burnt. Did you see that one, Jay? I put it on. I haven't. No, I'm have to look. Hey, man, please go to the Big Game bgsportsbuzz on Twitter. I think I put it on our Instagram page too. But dog, it's right there. And when I say hilarious, oh, dog, it is hilarious. It's just like, what in the world? It's a piece of toast at the podium with the Rams backdrop, and the toast is just burnt like a mug. And it says, and the caption says, Jalen Ramsey's press conference after loss to Bills. And it's a piece of toast. Boy, it's the best thing ever. Comedy.
I mean, are there lies there? No, he was toasted. He was. And he was definitely exposed, and Diggs exposed him.
But hey, come on, man, Diggs is going to expose a lot of defensive backs this year.
That's true. That's true. So here's the other question. You're a defensive guy, obviously. Was Von Miller, was his departure a bigger deal than people let on?
Oh yeah, think about it.
On that defense.
And we said this back last season, Jay, when we talked about the addition of Von Miller, how that was going to help Aaron Donald flourish as a pass rusher because he's adding someone with great pass rush presence on the edge, right? Now you take that away. You don't really replace it. Aaron Donald got hemmed up all night because now you can afford to double team. You can't double team. You can double team and Von at the same time. So it's a lot bigger deal than I think people will ever let on and say. But big time.
And I think also you have OBJ that is now gone. And so that now brought Cooper Kupp. He did well. Don't get me wrong, he did well, but he didn't go off. And the other receivers didn't go off.
Wait, you got Robinson from Chicago and pay all this money. He had like one catch.
Dude,
but Jay, here's a question. Because I know I don't want you to go off on a tangent, but I know how it is. Is Matthew Stafford to blame for the lack of production? Yes. I didn't finish my question, but yes. Okay. All right.
He's part. No, you know what?
I was going to say, is he to blame for the lack of production for the wide receivers?
He's partially to blame as much as Sean McVay is partially to blame. Mainly because I was very intrigued by the fact that Cam Akers was not there in the offense, was not involved in the offense at all. But I mean, I've got, the other guy there, so I'm not in a league that I have, so I'm not particularly like, oh, okay, that hurts. But it was just very odd to not see him there. It was very odd. Like I said, Kupp was okay, but the other receivers were not good. And to your point, Robinson was not. Sean McVay, they couldn't figure it out. And it seemed like Buffalo's defense, especially the line play with Von Miller. I mean, Von Miller had 2 sacks. The rest of the team had 6 or 7 sacks that night.
Yeah, crazy.
And Stat Pafford looked like Stat Pafford. Like, he couldn't get the ball out where he wanted to. He had 3 interceptions. I mean, he looked like Detroit's, like he did in Detroit. And so now that you see this, you don't have OBJ that can help open up for Cooper Kupp and the other receivers, right? And I remember the broadcast where they kept saying, you know, OBJ, if he didn't get hurt, he would have been the MVP. If he didn't get hurt, he would have been the MVP. And because he did get hurt, they ended up giving it to Cooper Kupp because he went off, right? And not to take anything away from Kupp, but it was just the fact that, yeah, OBJ was opening it up for everyone else because you had to respect what he was and what at that time. So the Rams are in trouble. I think they are.
Yeah, I agree with you. Totally agree with you.
The Rams are in trouble. The Arizona KC game will kind of show how much trouble they'll be in because of that NFC West. But the Trey Lance era has started. I don't think he's gonna. I just don't think he's that guy right now. So they're gonna have issues there.
No one's that guy in week 1, man.
Come on, big game. Some people are. I mean, we're hoping that Tom Brady is. I know you are, and we're hoping that Dak Prescott is. Right. So
I feel where you're coming from on that one.
So you've had preseason, you've had all this time, you've been in the system, you're not a rookie. So, now it comes down to, okay, yeah, week 1, Josh Allen looked like he was hitting on all cylinders.
But hey,
he didn't look like he had
two interceptions and they had 2 fumbles too. Rams defense did have 4 takeaways. It was sloppy early. And a lot of that is because of the lack of play from starters in the preseason.
True. Very true. But they got that together and went 31-10.
They did, 31-10. And you know what 31-10 make you say, Jay?
What?
Oh, hell no. 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 Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no.
That's right, folks. Oh, hell no. When we see things or hear things that happen during the week that make us say, oh, hell no. I'm going to start with mine. And I talked to Big Game about this, and this was something I was like, wait a minute. This makes no sense to me. Margaret Court. If you don't know who Margaret Court is,
sorry.
Margaret Court was and still is the all-time leader in Grand Slams, right? Wins with 24. She played in the era of Billie Jean King. She is an Australian tennis player, female tennis player. She has come out about her views, in Christianity and things of that nature. But by some and most, a lot of people considered one of the greatest of all time female players. Now, here's the deal. Margaret Court is 80 years old. Margaret Court came out last week talking about Serena Williams, right, at the U.S. Open. And when she lost, she didn't mention Margaret Court. And so Margaret Court's like, well, I've reached out to her and congratulated her and said how great she is, but she's never reciprocated that. She's never said how great I am. She's never said that I'm the greatest of all time. And it's like, you 80 though. You 80. You played in a time, in an era where there weren't as many players. There were some good players, but not as many. Then she alluded to, well, I took time off after my child and came back and won, where Serena has not been able to, but Serena was a little bit older, right? It's just she needs to go sit down somewhere. She gets the big, oh, hell no. Nah. It was your time. That's cool. Let Serena be great because she is. So there you go. Margaret
Jay,
Court.
that's a good one, man. That's a good one. That's funny. And not to take away from being an athlete. I'm always going to respect what people before me did. I want the younger players now to respect what players of my time did. But time goes on, the game goes on, things change, records get broken, different comparisons get made. At some point in time, old players and people can't make it about them. You know what I'm saying? I can sit back and go, oh my God, these contracts these guys get nowadays, man, I played way too late. Hey, it is what it is. I was born when I was born. I played when I played.
That's it.
Margaret Court, Fort, Port, whatever your old English name is. You can't sit up here and make us want to recognize you the way we recognize Serena. Shut up, sit down, enjoy these last couple of breaths you have left,
man,
before it's all over. Just enjoy it.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Enjoy it. Don't sit there and don't piss a fit because we not giving you your flowers now. Your old ass got your flowers already.
She got her flowers.
She got her flowers. And she got her while she was living. You know what I'm saying? That's what they ain't that the saying that all the basketball players are saying, yo, give me flowers while you live. Give me flowers. That shit drove me crazy for a minute, Jay. I'm so sorry. I got off on a tangent. It's been a while.
It's all good.
I haven't had a big tangent rant in a long time.
There you go. There you go.
Hey, man, I had a bunch of old hell no's written down. But one just really stuck out to me, and I didn't have a chance to really get the video to show to the people, but I know by the time this show airs, they'll see it and know what I'm talking about. Did you see Le'Veon Bell knock Adrian Peterson out? Jay, I know we talked about it when they decided they were going to fight, but Adrian Peterson got knocked side. He got knocked stupid. Did you see it? Your face?
I have not seen it yet.
Oh, Jay. Oh, shit. Okay.
I will go watch it.
I will make sure. This is why we need to hurry and get the website together. So that we have.
I know.
Anyway,
so we can put it up. Yeah.
I will repost that to my Twitter feed, to the Big Game Sports Buzz Twitter feed, and at J Stoggs will be tagged in it, and at JCan97. Yeah. Man, when I say beyond funny, I thought I was gonna wet my pants because it was one of those things like Le'Veon Bell, like he was training, and Adrian Peterson's still in shape. Now, don't get it twisted he might not be in NFL shape, but he's in shape. Like you look at his body, like, oh, he in shape. His chin wasn't ready, dog. And it wasn't ready. And like, you ain't got no business in no boxing ring right now taking L's on the chin like that.
And Le'Veon has come out and said that, he that's what he does. Like he loves to do that. So he has been training as a boxer to box. And like he's serious about it. Whereas Peterson is like, he's cool, he gets in the ring, just kind of spars, whatever, jabs, blah, 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 whatever. Yeah, I knew it wasn't gonna be good either way, but I hate that it went that way for Peterson. So I'm waiting to see it. If it's anything like the Nate Robinson knockout, oh god.
It's not that funny. Like Nate Robinson was like run to the bathroom about to wet your pants funny. It wasn't that funny, but it was just like, did he just he sleep? Oh no, he out. Like he was. You got to see it because he wasn't night sleep, but he wasn't there for about 10 seconds. His body was there, but I think his spirit, like he jumped out, did the holy dance, and jumped back in. Yeah, his spirit left real quick and it came back. It was amazing, man.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, make sure you post that, man. We'll post that out there so people can see it. Oh my gosh, that's.
Man,
just why?
Oh hell no! That's why. Oh hell no! Let's keep this train.
I mean,
let's keep this train rolling, baby.
All right, so here's the deal. Tonight's game of the week, America's game of the week, features again. I mean, it's just what it is. The Cowboys, the Bucs, AT&T Stadium. On Cowboys Cutting Up last week, where we show, we are Wednesdays 8 p.m. We had great talk with Tampa Bay Ray, as well as Buck Chill. But the question came up of why is this game? Why is it on the schedule again? And I have to tell you, it's because you have two great franchises. Two great storylines where the NFL says we've got to get the most out of this. And the reality is everyone will be watching this game. And so they want everyone to watch the game.
Hey, Jay.
So to me, that's what it is.
It is. But, I mean, think about it. It's a perfect storyline for an opening up game, but I still don't like it. You got the two top scoring teams from a year ago facing off this year. It's never happened before. I don't even know if it's ever happened to where you had the same opponent the following year that you had the year before, just You know, like they almost feel like a college home and away. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what it is.
And this is my thing. And you can be like, big game, chill out, whatever. I don't like it because, you know, it takes me a while to open up and deal with Cowboys fans. And to have this game, the first game of the year this year, it's like, dude,
I love it.
My mindset not ready for this. Like, and you know, I've always been one to say, I've said it on the shows I've done this week. I've done a couple of different shows this week pertaining to the game, the NFC South Roundtable, talking about my Buccaneers.
Yeah.
The preseason has become a joke of football right now. 3 games, starters hardly play. Everyone sits out.
Right.
So when the week 1 kicks off, there's no chemistry. Games are sloppy and ugly.
Right.
They don't look great. Although some teams are looking better than others right now in week 1. But for the most part, there's been a lot of ugly football played. I don't need my season to start off ugly when we're already worried about our quarterback leaving camp, our offensive line being banged up, and a bunch of other things that's, you know, going on. Then we have to open with the Cowboys, who's the self-proclaimed best team in the NFL. And I say self-proclaimed because the only one that believes that is Jerry Jones and Cowboys fans. No one else in the league believes it. You know, we talk about Tampa's deficit in the offensive line, but yet we haven't talked about Dallas's. Yet there's one there with Tyron Smith being gone. And then you had to go out and sign old-ass Jason Peters and put him on the practice squad because he wasn't in camp nowhere playing. So he got to get in shape to play.
You got to get in shape.
But, you know, you talk about you guys as center all the time.
Biotish,
yeah. And Tyron Smith being out, he hadn't been himself the last couple of years anyway. And then here it is, you're going to play the rookie at offensive tackle tonight, yet he played guard the entire preseason. It's a cluster. Our quarterback left, and it's 10,000 different rumors of why he left to come back, and it was playing the whole time. I still don't like it. Like this whole I might go to bed on the game tonight and not even have to deal with it because I don't know what my stress management is going to be like tonight. And I won't have my phone handy. I know you're going to text me. I'm not going to have it handy at all because I know
I will text you. And I will call. I'm going to call somebody in your house. Like, hey, where Big Game at? Just tell him to answer his phone. So just know that's about to happen too. So just go and stay up, man, and we can we're reveling it together.
Hey, but realistically, Jay, non-biased opinion.
Yeah.
I know you're a homer, kind of like I am.
Yeah.
You like your squad. I mean, you're a homer. I'm an employer. I love the Bucs because they employed me for a while, and that's good. Everybody who knows me knows that. But who do you pick? Who do you have tonight, and what's the score?
Here's what I think, man. I hate going against Tom Brady when it comes to picks. I love it when he gets hit in the mouth, but I think it's still going to be close. I'd love it. The offensive line is going to be Swiss cheese, but Tampa Bay still has a formidable defense, and you still got Tom Brady who can pass the ball to Mike Evans, who's a big, strong receiver. So I actually think the Bucs are going to pull it out at the end, and I think it's going to be 2018.
Oh, wow.
Bucs way.
18, man.
That's what I think. 2018.
Jay, I did a go ahead. I did a show earlier this
No,
week,
go ahead.
And there was a Payo. Big shout out to, I'm about to mess it up, it's Payo's Rams. So it was a Rams show. And so what he did was he had me go through every single game and give my predictions of what if the Bucs were going to win or lose and what the score was going to be. And that's a really cool concept to show that he did. But I honestly, for anybody that, I put it on my page. If you see it, and you might hear me say that, I think the Buccaneers, where I said on the show that I thought the Bucs might lose week 1. And it's because of I just don't know what our chemistry is going to look like and what we're going to do being the way we played this season. Leonard Fournette came in fat. Tom Brady was gone for a while. We got Jensen is out, although I believe Hainsey's going to suffice at center. But dude, that's a 6'7" center. I've never seen a center that big and have success. Me personally, not to say that Hainsey can't do it, but Hainsey's really a tackle. You know what I'm saying? Stinney was competing to start at the guard spot opposite the Mason, and then he gets hurt out for the year, and now the rookie Gadecki has to start at guard. There's Godwin is coming back to play tonight, but it's he's going to be on a pitch count like baseball. If you got to put a receiver like Godwin on a pitch count, don't play. So it's got me a little nervous. The only thing that makes me feel better, I believe that when you have Hakeem Hicks, Vita Vea, Joe Tryon, Shayanka, and Shaq Mason, Shaq Bear, excuse me, I'm putting offensive lineman on the line because of the Shaq's name. Shaq Bear on the defensive line, it gives us a lot more pressure and rush. Vita Vea to push that middle, and I believe our defensive backs are capable of stopping your receivers because all you have is CeeDee Lamb. To me, that's proven. Not to say that Jalen Tolbert won't be okay, but your other wide receiver is hurt and out, not playing. Not Gallup, but the other guy was Washington. What's his name? The other receiver you have.
Washington. Yeah, Washington.
Washington's out. So I just don't think you have proven wide receivers. You have a good tight end, but I think Tampa has a slight edge. And I said the game was going to be 24-21 Tampa Bay. But if something else crazy happened, I would not be surprised.
And again, look, I'm a Cowboys fan, but like I said, I'm a football fan, and I'm able to read between the lines and be able to say, look, to me, this is going to be a close game. And even if it's a shootout, it's still going to be close. But the two defenses are so good that I think that's going to be the equalizer between the two, and it may come down to the kickers. And if that's the case, Tampa Bay has the edge, right? Tom doesn't have Gronkowski anymore. Like I said, with Godwin, I thought he was going to be a scratch as far as I saw he was. But if he's playing,
just this morning they just changed it. Yeah, they just changed it, but I don't like it, Jay.
So but if it's if it's on a pitch count, you're going to further hurt the guy. How well will he be able to play? Man, it's a toss up, bro. This really is a toss up for me. So there you go. But I'm down for it, and so I'm just waiting for the game. It's gonna be great. There we go.
All right.
What's next? What are we doing next? I was so ready to do top 5.
This is gonna be quick. This is gonna be real quick. I made it real simple. Since this is NFL kickoff weekend, I thought, what better thing to do as far as one got to go, but game day snacks. Game day snacks.
Hey, let's go.
Something you love to eat while watching the game. Which one of these could you get rid of ever and not miss? So it's a real easy list, Jay. I got pizza.
Come on with it.
Wings, nachos. Sub sandwiches. When you got to go?
Sub sandwiches. Done.
Easy, huh?
I'm not getting rid of wings. Get out of here. I'm not getting rid of wings. I'm not getting rid of pizza. So that leaves nachos and sub sandwiches.
Yeah, I'm gonna say nachos.
Nachos. I love nachos.
Just depending on whose house I'm at, who does the nachos. It depends. If it's my nachos, I keep them. If I go to your house, I get rid of them.
First of all, how do you mess up nachos? Like, how do you mess up? Like, it's literally what you want and what you don't want. Like, you like sour cream, put it on. You don't.
Like
guacamole, put it on.
Like, they screw up the cheese and it's all watery and nasty. And
let me tell you something.
Just trust me, it can happen, bro. It
can happen. If they have watery cheese, why are you even there?
Good point.
Why are you there?
Good point.
Okay.
But if I go somewhere and I don't know the cheese is watery until I get there, I need to know ahead of time. Know what I'm walking into is what you're saying.
Yeah, listen, there are certain people's houses that you go to for tailgates, correct?
True.
And some that you don't. Okay? You know when you go to a person's house, like, hey, and you ask, because usually it's like, hey, we're gonna go over so and so's house, right? Because they're the others are the one that's usually right. The spouse is usually the one. Hey, we're gonna go over because like, look, I'd rather watch it at my house because I know where my restroom is, and I know how the food is gonna be. But if you're like, okay, I'm gonna go over so and so's house.
Game day food can give you bubble guts, and you just can't.
Man, it can.
You can't boo boo at everybody's house.
Man, and it'll start like late night and go into the next day. And you're like, never again.
Right.
Never again.
Right. And you eat that
so
water,
yeah, absolutely. But if you got watery cheese.
Yeah. All right. So know where you go is what J-Stock says. J-Stock says sub sandwiches. Big Game says nachos. Guess what, y'all? It's time for everybody's favorite segment on the show. Big J, what is that?
Top five. That's right. Let's go.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
That's right. Some people have a top 100, a top 50, a top 25, or even a top 10 because they punks. But here at Big Game Sports Buzz, we not punks. We say, hey, who's in, who's out? Top 5 receivers this season. So we're making predictions here, folks. We don't just talk about the past, we talk about the future. Top 5 receivers this season. Now, we'll probably have some of the same ones, but I tell you what, we probably won't. I'm very curious to see who you got. Big Game, as always. Go ahead and start us off.
All right. Well, this, I feel like, I don't know why I feel like we've done this already, but at the same time, I'm going to go 5-1 like I used to do. So number 5 for me is a little bit as a homer pick. I got Mike Evans from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, number 5. Number 4, Cooper Kupp from the Los Angeles Rams. And just the way they looked and the way his quarterback looked, I don't know if he's going to have the success he had last year. So he dropped down in my list a little bit, man. He dropped down to number 4 on my list. Number 3 is going to be Justin Jefferson for the Vikings. He's having a killer day today, and I just think that if he had a better quarterback than Kirk Cocaine, he would be a little bit better off. Number 2, Stephon Diggs. We talked about exposing Ramsey and the Rams secondary on opening night, and I think he's just a game changer with the ball in his hands. And number 1, I don't know if he has the same caliber quarterback that he had a year ago, but just what he does do with the ball in his hands makes him number 1 to me, and that's Devontae Adams.
So here's the deal, man. 4 out of your 5, we are the same. Okay. And I don't rank mine. So I'll keep your ranks, that's fine. But the one that I have that's different than yours, and because of that same reason, is Deebo Samuel.
Ooh.
I don't have Devontae on there. I have Deebo on there.
I thought you were going to say Cooper Kupp didn't make your list. Wow. You don't have Devontae Adams in your top 5? Okay.
I don't. And I think he's going to be number 1 receiver, but Derek Carr, and I like Derek Carr, but the problem with Derek Carr is that it's Derek Carr. And he's coming into a new system, and not sure how he's going to respond. And so, Hunter Renfrow has been the guy for Derek Carr. Right.
He's not a number 1.
And he's not a number 1.
He's a number 3.
Last year, 3. You can say he's a 3, but Renfrow had number 1 stats, though, last year. So, call it what you want to. Waller, and Waller just got his extension.
Yeah.
So, is Devontae going to be that dude this year? Is he going to be top 5? I can definitely put him in top 10. But not in top 5, only because of that. And Deebo has to be the guy with Trey Lance, and Trey Lance will figure it out. And so, or he has to, because Jimmy G is right there with his restructured contract. So, the crazy part about Trey Lance is that he's on the hot seat.
He's not hot.
It's kind of sad because
Shopping Jimmy G gave him, he restructured, re-signed.
Yeah.
Trey Lance is not on the hot seat yet, Jay. He's played one game in a
He's on
torrential
the hot
downpour. He's not on the hot seat yet.
You know why he's on the hot seat? Because they couldn't trade Jimmy G for what they wanted, which was they knew they weren't going to get. They knew they weren't going to get it. And Jimmy said, you know what? Excuse me, I'll restructure because I know when he messes up, I'm right in there. So I'll get my surgery. I'll be fine. No problem. Restructured contract. I'm the number 2 QB, ready to step in.
All right, then.
So,
yeah. Listen, great minds think alike. Deebo Samuel was a great pick, though. Great pick.
Thank you, sir. Devontae's not bad.
A lot of people wouldn't see that. But I guarantee you, if you survey 10 people right now, 8 of those 10 are going to have Devontae Adams in their top 5.
I agree. No argument there. But I just don't see him and Carr connecting like people want them to.
You know, they play together in college. They have a great chemistry. They play golf and hung out.
You know what? Landry. Yeah, it's great. It's awesome. Yeah, it's great. Yeah. No, this is the pros, and you're used to what you're used to. You're used to what you're used to.
I'm not arguing with you on this one, dog. It's all good. Your pick is your pick. You don't see it. I see it. Hey, we agree to disagree respectfully. I respect everything about you.
We'll see how this looks mid-season.
Except for you being a Cowboys fan tonight. Other than that, the rest of the year, up until the playoffs, which I don't know if you guys are going to make it. I wish you and your team luck. Wow. So, hey, man, but go ahead and send us out of here, man.
Yo, thank you for watching again. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and smash that bell. I am Jay Stocks. That is Big Game Sports. But this is, oh my gosh. I'm Jay Stocks. Here you go.
It's okay. Hey, that's the buff nerd, Jay Stocks. It's your boy, Big Game James. Thank y'all for tuning in to Big Game Sports Buzz. Please remember to subscribe. Like Jay said, smash that bell. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And we'll catch y'all next week. Peace.
Yeah. It's a big game.